Their vehicles banned in America under any and all circumstances. Whether considered too dangerous for even a little driving on US roads or otherwise toxic on Route 66, American enthusiasts must love them from afar. Here are 30 very illegal cars you cannot bring into the country at any cost. Make sure to stick around because some of these cars were all fine and ready to be imported but got banned for only one minor reason. Let's get into the video. 2003 TVR Tuscan. TVR cars produced between 1996 and 2006 are banned in America, and the 2003 Tuscan features in the John Travolta film Swordfish is among them. Known for their extraordinary acceleration and lack of airbags or anti-lock brakes, it would take some doing to make a Tuscan street legal in America. 1993 Lamborghini Strosek Diablo. We admit there is a very short list of people who would be able to afford this car or find the car in the first place. However, if the stars aligned and snatching a Lamborghini Strosek Diablo became feasible, you still couldn't stash it in a US garage. No need to get too deep here, just look at the side mirrors and minuscule headlights to see how it shunts American safety regulations. 1993 Jaguar XJ220S. Though times change, any car with the title of fastest on earth at one point in its history will be a hot commodity. Factor in the high style of the Jaguar XJ220S and the fact that only 6 were ever made and you have a seriously rare ticket. However, what makes it even more rare is that only one of those 6 have ever been allowed to enter the US. The other 5 remain banned. Lotus Elise Series 1. Weighing in at less than 1,600 pounds, the Lotus Elise managed to accelerate to 60 miles per hour in less than 6 seconds without much in the way of horsepower. However, this purest approach with no roof, no windows, never worked for any regulators. Every model year of Elise Series 1, which is 1996 to 2001, is on the NHTSA blacklist. Honda Beat. Honda put together this little rear-wheel drive, mid-engine sports car in the early 1990s. However, it never sold in high volumes in the US and production remained exclusively in Japan. Car enthusiasts of this car hoping to get one for showcasing in America are out of luck. 1999 Nissan Skyline R34 GTR. Any banned car nicknamed Godzilla is the stuff legends are made of in America. The 1999 Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec and GTT are 2 examples of the many Skyline models outlawed between the 1989 and 2001 production years. They just weren't built for speeding down US roadways. 1992 Mazda Cosmo. The elegant Mazda Cosmo coupe would have been the automaker's early answer to Lexus in the early 90s, but those plans were scrapped. Instead of launching a premium brand which would have been called Amati, Mazda kept its footprint in America light. This car remained a Japan-only model and it's on the list for vehicles banned in America. 2008 Fiat 500 Abarth. US consumers got the 500 Abarth beginning in 2010. For those who wanted a European model to show off to enthusiast friends, that would not be possible. This 2008 model is on the list of vehicles banned in America too. 2012 Lotus 340R. The Lotus 340R is one of the few cars with no doors, let alone windows or roof, and US regulators took the easy way by banning the 340 editions made. As small racers go, the 340R is very tough to beat. Inside the car are 2 bucket seats, and just about nothing else. 2012 Saab 995 Sport Combi. At the 2011 Geneva Auto Show, Saab showed off the 995 Sport Combi wagon and said it was coming to the US as a 2012 model. Following the company bankruptcy, things changed, though several Sport Combis have been produced. American buyers who are hoping to find one at auction would not be able to import it. It's banned on this side of the Atlantic. 1992 Smart Crossplate. If you thought the run-of-the-mill smart car was dangerous, check out the Crossplate. This mini model from 1992 forgoes doors, windows, and a roof, among other things. Naturally, it never made the cut as a US-bound model, although that might be a good thing. 1995 Rover Mini Cooper. Classic Mini Coopers have obvious appeal to collectors. In the case of the 1995 Rover model, this edition will have to stay outside of the US. The pictured model was once part of John Cooper's personal collection, if that makes it any more frustrating. 2010 Alfa Romeo 8C Spider Roadster. With any other car making its way to America, there are pesky safety issues for automakers to manage. In the development of the Alfa Romeo Spider 8C Roadster, America was not a priority. As a result, we're forced to miss out on one of Alfa Romeo's greatest cars of the 21st century so far. 1994 Toyota Supra. Having trouble finding a 94 Supra built for the US market? If so, the solution will be not importing one from abroad. This car is on the NHTSA's blacklist. Only that model year is the ban, however, so you have some wiggle room. 1992 Porsche Carrera 911 RS 964. Is the 1992 Porsche RS 964 or 911 Carrera RS 964 illegal in America because the name is too complex for regulators to handle? That's not really the reason. There are other reasons, mostly the emissions and safety variety, why this lightweight European burner can't enter the country. One good part about this car is that it can hit top speeds of over 160 miles per hour. 1993 Aston Martin Virage Volante. Chances are no one watching this video will ever see a 1993 Aston Martin Virage Volante, of which 13 were made. The Virage Volante pictured from a Hemmings listing was one of 5 built with manual transmission and is the only known model with papers allowing it on US roads. All of the other 12 are unfortunately banned. 2012 Skoda Fabia Green Line 2. Why the heck would anyone want to import this car, you ask? The tiny 15-inch wheels and ugly box look might turn off most buyers, but the stunning economy, 83 miles per gallon in the UK on the European cycle, is enough to discourage late model Prius owners. Whatever opinion you may have, it won't matter when you try to import it. TVR Siderius. Joining the Tuscan and other banned TVR models is the Siderius from 2005 and 2006. This stylish coupe offers about 380 horsepower and weighs less than 2,500 pounds, so you can blast to 60 miles per hour in fewer than 4 seconds. Just don't plan on doing it in America. 1991 Nissan Figaro. Nissan launched this little throwback car overseas in 1991 and has been on the NHTSA blacklist ever since. Only 12,000 were produced and doled out via a buyer's lottery, and CD players came standard in the original models. Overseas, you can pick one up for under $10,000. 1995 Audi Avant RS2. Americans have been pining for powerful German-built wagons for years, and the Audi Avant RS2 from '95 was probably on many wish lists out there. After all, a low-slung utility vehicle that can sprint to 60 in 5 seconds and top 160 miles per hour isn't for sale in any dealership. A 995 RS2 won't be the solution. 2000 Fiat 126P. The Polish-built model of the Fiat 126 sold to over 4.5 million customers and achieved symbolic heft as the first people's car in the post-communist state. So maybe this car has most appeal for history buffs and/or opponents of late 20th century leftist regimes. But that still won't let you get it into the country. TVR Cerbera. Those that appreciate TVR design and performance are without luck when looking at model year 1996 through 2005. Specifically, add to the list the 1996 Cerbera, which offered 420 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time of 3.9 seconds. It just wasn't built with US drivers in mind. 1987 BMW M6. By any account, the 1987 BMW M6 was everything it was cracked up to be. Car and Driver gushed over it in a contemporary review, and 3 decades later, enthusiasts still want a piece. However, importing this model won't be on the agenda, so you have to limit the list to those already here. 1989 Porsche 959S. The Porsche 959S is the very limited edition racing variant of the already rare group of supercars built in the late 80s. As you might guess, only a few were built and none of the standard models were built to US specs. Naturally, 959 racers are banned from America decades later. The Porsche 959 is a sports car manufactured by German automobile manufacturer Porsche from 1986 to 1993, first as a Group B rally car and later as a road-legal production car designed to satisfy FIA homological regulations requiring at least 200 units to be produced. The twin-turbocharged 959 was the world's fastest street-legal production car when introduced, achieving a top speed of 317 km an hour or 197 miles per hour, with some variants even capable of achieving 339 km an hour or 211 miles per hour. During its production run, the 959 was considered as the most technological advanced road-going sports car ever built, and forerunner of all forthcoming sports cars. It was one of the first high-performance sports cars with all-wheel drive, providing the basis for Porsche's first all-wheel drive 911 Carrera 4 model. Its performance convinced Porsche executives to make all-wheel drive standard on all turbocharged versions of the 911, starting with the 993. 1985 Citroën 2CV Dolly. A Citroën 2CV Dolly is going to be one of the most quirkiest cars you'll ever see on US roads. Yet because of its specs on the 1985 model, you'll never see a Dolly from that year. The NHTSA has this minor classic on its blacklist. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more videos of cars on a budget and much more. Check out the Cars on a Budget playlist and the video linked down in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.